Hello, this is your Friday devotional. In Ephesians chapter 5, verse 16, the Apostle Paul says, "Make the most of every opportunity because the days are evil." For many of us, these are pretty different and intense days. Things continue to change, sometimes moment by moment or hour by hour, and we're not always sure how they'll work out or what things will look like in the end. For example, even just in the last couple of days, we've realized we need to change again the entire way we do our Sunday morning experience to continue to align with the guidance we're receiving from our government and from our denominational authorities as well. I know in your life as well, there's a lot of things that are changing and things that are becoming very different than they used to be. But as I've been thinking about the Apostle Paul's advice to the church in Ephesus, I keep thinking about this question of how do we make the most of all the opportunities that are present? How do we make the most of this unique space and this unique time? I know I've heard from some of you that you're diving in some home renovation projects. You've decided to repaint a bit. You've decided to renovate some stuff that's been broken for a while. Lots of you have talked about the importance of spending good time with family and reconnecting and engaging that way. And these are amazing and life-giving things. And I continue to consider, what is the spiritual work that needs to be done during this time? What's the renovation that needs to take place within my own heart, within each of our hearts as we work through this space? I think one of the most commonly repeated phrases I've heard so often in my time serving here in Fort St. John, when we talk about devotional life or time to really pursue God, the most common response is, I just really don't have time. And again, when we're in this unique season with some really different dynamics going on, for many of us, we have more time than we used to before. And I want to encourage you to make the most of that time, to make the most of this opportunity to pursue God, to get to know Him, to engage in a devotional rhythm. Maybe something as simple as just sitting down and just reading through maybe the book of Psalms or maybe the book of Philippians and just reading a section at a time, asking God to speak to you and point out to you, what is it the one thing that He wants to say to you today? Where does He want you to grow or to deepen, or something new He wants you to understand about Himself? And just praying about those things and asking or seeking what's one way that I can implement that in my life today. For some of us, making the most of the opportunity means doing a little bit of work of internal renovation. Maybe there's been an area of sin or addiction or struggle that we've been choosing not to deal with for a really long time. And maybe again, in this moment of time, we're finding ourselves faced with it in a really different way. And God is granting us a unique opportunity to say, how do I work through this well? How do I process these things? How do I build accountability into my life? How do I open up about secrets that I've held for a long time? What's the work of renovation that needs to happen within my own soul? For many of us, it will look like continuing to go deeper and further in our relationships with the people around us. For a lot of us, I hope it will also mean that we make the most of the opportunity by presenting the truth of the gospel that we know to friends and loved ones and people around us, probably in a digital format or some kind of digital means or across the phone. Just a unique space to share with them the hope that we have and the reason for the hope that we have in our relationship with Jesus. Again, whatever it is that we need to work through, whatever it looks like for you to redeem the time, to make the most of this particular experience, I encourage you just to really dive in and to really pursue God in the space that He has for you. I want you to know that God is with you, that God is for you, that He desires to bless you and to guide you and to keep you. And so I encourage you just to pursue Him and to make the most of this unique space that God is offering to us as well. I also would encourage you just to take a moment and comment below as well. What are some of the things that you want to work on? How do you want to redeem the time or make the most of the time that God is presenting to you as well? Just pray that God would continue to bless and keep and guide you. Thank you for being the church that you are. It's a gracious gift to be here with you.